Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Comic Book Geezers. Pete here, along with my colleague and cohort on the other end of the
Hello
Zoom.
again, comic fans. It's Wild Bill. How you doing? Again, we're doing another sequestered Corona episode.
That is correct.
This time we're going to do Doctor Doom.
That's right. We figured it's time for another villains episode. And while we have talked about Doctor Doom quite a bit in past episodes about Fantastic Four and so on and so forth, and with Submariner and whatnot, we haven't done an episode purely on Doctor Doom. So today is the day. So I wanted to kind of give a little bit of history about the Doctor Doom character. So he first appeared back in Fantastic Four #5. July of 1962, of course, obviously created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. He has mainly been known throughout his career as the arch nemesis of the Fantastic Four, but he has also fought against Thor, Hulk, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, X-Men, Avengers, so on and so forth. And Doctor Doom was actually ranked #4 by the Wizard publication on the list of 101 greatest villains of all time, and #3 on IGN's list of the top 100 comic book villains of all time. In a later article, IGN would declare Doctor Doom as Marvel's greatest villain ever. I can't say I would disagree with any of that stuff, right? To me, you think, you think of like DC, the arch villain of all time is the Joker, and I think Marvel, it's got to be Doctor Doom for me. Right? And if he's not #1, he's #2, right?
He's up there.
Yeah.
He's definitely it.
Yep, exactly.
He gets around, as you're going to see.
He gets around. So what's interesting about this character, and actually I was pulling some of this stuff, a lot of like the top villains in Marvel, you would see them fighting their arch nemesis, their arch hero, sometimes teaming up with other villains and all this kind of stuff. Usually whenever like Fantastic Four, whoever was fighting Doctor Doom, they fought Doctor Doom. Nobody else involved because he was such a strong character. He's the type of guy who didn't like working with anybody else. And what was really odd about him is that he really thirsted for power, but yet he had, he was the monarch of this country called Latveria, obviously a made-up country. And he had all these aspirations to take over the world, but in the end, did he really want to take over the world, or did he just want to abolish the rest of the world to just have Latveria be the only power ever? I don't know. It's kind of, you got mixed signals about that over the years, but a terrific character who had some of the best lines ever. And I know Bill always talks about the Doctor Doom lines and big inspiration to the Fiend, right? So, yeah.
Should we kick it off?
We should kick it off. So the oldest one that either one of us have is this issue right here, which is Fantastic Four #16. I was very excited to kind of stumble upon a copy of this at East Coast Comic Con a year ago, whenever it was we went the first time. And very cool issue. It's not in great shape, but it's early Doctor Doom, which can't beat. We got #40 here. And, if you've watched our various Fantastic Four shows, you've seen these. But classic here, we got Daredevil, #57. We've talked a lot about how they make Doctor Doom look really big and imposing. And here you got the Fantastic Four around, as well as the Silver Surfer. Also in that same storyline, #58. Kind of basically, Doom is always out to get them, obviously. Not often you see Doom and Ben Grimm, the Thing, duking it out in any of these, but he always seemed to, him and Reed Richards, obviously they were rivals, so that's kind of how that always worked. What's that?
Can I interrupt you?
Yes.
I got something to add with what you just said, that you don't really see much of Doctor Doom and the Thing duking it out. So I just wanted to jump in. Here you go. This is
that's a good one.
157? Yep. The Thing and Doctor Doom duking it out.
It's not that they didn't on the inside. They certainly did over the years, but you very rarely
much on the cover.
Yeah, not much at all, Here's one we've shown before. This is a terrific cover. This is, of course, Jack Kirby and Joe Sinnott, right? Doom looking all sorts of menacing, almost like he's the mountain, in the background, or the trees. And again, this was a great storyline.
On your knees.
On your knees, right? Look how big he's like King Kong in the background, right?
I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Same subject again. The Thing and Doctor Doom.
There you
Also the
go.
Fantastic Marvel supervillains. This is what I call Doctor Doom attacks.
Why don't you rattle off some since I showed some?
What else do I have here? How about Doctor Doom and Reed Richards slugging it out?
Yeah, and that you saw that more often than not. That's a great one.
The two leaders of the pack, so to speak, even though Doctor Doom is pretty much a solo act most of the time.
Yeah.
How about Astonishing Tales? Number 6. I like the menacing portrait, Doctor Doom.
And who's that? Black Panther? That's the subject of his wrath in that one. Looks like it. Yep.
Yes.
T'Challa.
He's in there.
Very cool. Latveria versus Wakanda.
Another Doctor Doom attacks cover.
Yes.
This is number 5. This is actually Doctor Doom taking his lumps from the Red Skull.
And you know, 5. Red Skull arguably also in that upper echelon of Marvel villains. Although from a power perspective,
but it's interesting. Most of the stronger villains, I guess, I was going to say, evolved from the Fantastic Four. A lot of pertinent characters, like Galactus, right?
Yep.
Silver Surfer. Doctor Doom taking his lumps.
Aha. That's with the shroud, right? Yep.
Yes. His appearance is in this title. The Shroud.
Yeah, Doctor Doom didn't get his ass kicked on too many occasions.
Here he is. Try to bring some of those to
light.
He's
right there. Again, they're at the hands of the Red Skull again, right?
Yeah. But this one's great because it's like electrified, you know?
Yep.
Kind of like it pops. Then you got like the Doctor Doom classic standing over poses, you know? Like against Sub Namor. It's like
Sub Namor.
he's like that dominant stance, you know, that confidence, like he's gonna kick some ass, you know.
Yeah.
That Namor is his servant, you know. It's just the way the pose, you know.
That's a great cover, and you know what? That cover, the white background, really works. Is that Gil Kane? It looks like a Gil Kane cover. That's a good one.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I
have that, but yeah, that's a good one.
By the way, that con you were talking about is 2 years now.
That
book you were talking about? Yeah,
yep.
2 years.
Hold that up a little. We're not seeing Doom on the screen. There he is. Bingo.
Am I zooming up too much?
Yeah.
Am I giving too much
Doom? All we saw was Subby. All we saw was Subby. There you go. You got it now. And that's a great title, Duel of the Titans. Perfect.
That was number 4.
Yep.
And then they got number 3. Again, Dr. Doom on the attack. It's kind of 50-50. Namor's on one side doing his thing on attack. This is when they were teaming up. I also went off on another tangent because I talked about how Dr. Doom gets around. Marvel team up with Spider-Man.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
And this goes into, it's a 2-part story. So there's number 44. Yeah, they team up against this villain. What we got here? I had this other one, a category like his dominating pose category covers. Standing triumphantly, ready to take on the world. Right?
Or ready to take on the Red Skull.
he's a dictator, right? The way he talks down to his servants, you know, classic lines. Another dominating pose cover.
Yep.
Number 14, supervillain team up. You have anything else?
I do. I have a lot else, actually.
Okay, I'll let you go.
All right, let me finish out. I see these are some later Fantastic Fours. So, and here, who would ever thought you'd see him fighting side by side with the Fantastic Four? But there you have it. This is actually falls in line with what you were saying before when he's like, you know, look at that. Doom triumphant.
The the dominating dictator pose.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's right. This one you already showed. How about this one? This is a cool one.
Oh yeah. What number is that?
That is 199.
Oh, okay.
And let's see, 200 you showed, and then I got to show. This is beat up. I've had this forever, but this is cool. But one of the few rare instances you see Doom and another villain. So here is Doom and the Mole Man duking it out with the Fantastic Four. So this is king size number 7. Yeah, this is a bad shape, but it's I've had it for a long time. Now let's move away from the. Yeah, it's a great cover, and that is a Kirby cover. So he appeared a couple times in early run of Daredevil. He actually kind of puts like a mind control over Daredevil. So number 37. This is a Gene Colan cover, very good one, I might add. And then the follow-up issue number 38. You see the face of Doom in the background.
That's pretty cool.
And then these two are actually very cool issues. So he also appeared in Thor. And what he winds up doing is he winds up hiring Dr. Blake, Thor's alter ego, to see if he can do some surgery to fix his face. And it's just classic, the scene where like Blake sees Doom take the mask, the faceplate off, and he's like absolutely horrified. But of course they don't show him, right? So here you can see he's got the mask off, and Blake is like, oh my God, horrific. But then obviously they wind up going at it, and this is a pretty cool battle. And this is a Johnny Buscema cover. Okay, and Johnny Buscema and I forget who else. And then he also was a thorn in the side of the Avengers quite a bit. Here we have, this is both of these are Jack Kirby, well, at least, yeah, they're both Jack Kirby covers. And this is, as you can see, Submariner's involved, so this is obviously right around the same time as the supervillain team up. You got the Beast, you got Wonder Man, and then 156, there's Doom up at the top, looking dominant. Avenger struggling to fight him off down below. That's what I had. There's obviously lots more because, like I said, Dr. Doom was one of the most popular villains of all time. There's plenty of other Fantastic Four and other issues that feature him, but we wanted to give you a nice little taste of some of the ones from our collection that we kind of dig quite a bit. You got any more?
I have another category.
He's got another category, so we're not done yet. All righty.
Overlooking.
Oh, there
Dr.
we go.
Doom overlooking the action kind of covers is what I call this.
Yep.
This is supervillain team up number 1. This is the first one.
That's what, a Tuma and Tiger Shark battling it out before or down below.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But there's you see this a lot with Dr. Doom involved with Dr. Doom covers where he's overlooking the action, like Pete showed us. There's a lot of it going on in those sub 100 issues of the Fantastic Four. This is
that one you
team up number 13.
Bring that one back. Bring that one back you just showed. Because I didn't see him there. So actually, it's not a Tuma and Tiger Shark fighting. There's actually Namor is in the middle. So okay, that explains that. I was going to say, why is Tiger Shark and a Tuma fighting? But yeah, it's they're trying to kick Namor's ass, and of course Doom is kind of looming.
Namor is like, hold me back.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Number 13.
Oh,
again, overlooking the action.
That's a great cover. Ooh, yeah.
Watching Namor fight for his life there. Again, overlooking the action. It's almost like he's cheering on. Like, come on. That's just a great.
And let's be real.
Every night, come on.
But let's be real. He's not cheering on anybody. He's only looking out for number 1.
What I'm trying to say is he's pissed that the guy's not trying hard enough.
I don't know. Because Doom is always in it for himself. Always in it.
It's almost it's the menacing. Like, come on.
Yep.
All right. Again, overlooking the action, the dominating dictator pose of Dr. Doom. Going against the Hulk. You got to be pretty crazy to go against the Hulk. But
yeah.
Doom does.
Herb Trimpe?
Yes. And this is the conclusion.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's 143, right?
Yep.
But I just love that. he's always with the wrist blasters, you know.
Yep.
I guess the Doctor Doom, the equivalent of Iron Man's repulsor ray, right? Wouldn't you say? And here it is again against the Red Skull.
Oh, yes.
That's definitely cool. There's number 11. Here's number 10, going against Captain America. Dr. Doom on the attack again.
So in that particular one, you got the Red Skulls doing the Doctor Doom thing, standing above, all big and like waiting to see what's going to happen. That snarl.
He's overlooking the action. The irony in it.
Yep.
Had this one in my subscription when I was a teenager. Dr. Doom versus Iron Man, anniversary issue 150. This is great. This story is two-part. It starts in 149, but it's set back in medieval times, and I figured exactly how. But Iron Man goes back in time to go after Doctor Doom, and knights in shining armor view Iron Man as like the most patron saint knight, you know, like a glorified knight, you know, because he can fly and everything else. So they become allies, and he goes against Doctor Doom and his minions. But Doom was actually trying to he was like a ruler in the Middle Ages, and he was like totally taking control. And Doctor Doom was really devastating the good knights, you know what I mean?
Right.
For the forces of good. He was kicking ass, Doctor Doom. And when Iron Man joined forces with them, he had obviously towards the end, they go head to head towards the end, and it's just classic battle. And it's ironic because through most of my Iron Man collection, this is the only these two issues, 149 and 150, are the only two Doctor Dooms I can think of in the whole run that I have. And
you gotta wonder why that didn't happen.
Basically, yeah, you know, exactly. And it's such a equal. You know, he basically the flip side of Iron Man is the evil Iron Man, basically.
Yeah, maybe Marvel thought that they were too similar. Maybe that's why they didn't do that.
But it's ironic that I didn't pull 149 because it's just a real close up of Doctor Doom's face. You can't even. It's like this much of his face, and you see the reflection of Iron Man in his eyeball. It's a real super close up, but I didn't pull it. Again, a great classic fight between Iron Man and Doctor Doom. I like this cover. This is number 9, supervillain team up.
Gil Kane. Man, Gil Kane did so many covers. Gil Kane did so many covers. Crazy. So many.
Then do you have anything else? Do you have anything else? Because I have 2 left.
It's all you.
It is. Okay.
I have a Doctor Strange one somewhere, but I didn't pull it. I totally forgot about it. So, sorry.
Oh, okay. That's a cool rivalry there, I think.
I know, right?
But I've had this. This was what if Doctor Doom became a hero? How ironic. Pretty cool. Had to get this in my collection when I saw this. I bought this off the rack back in the day when this came out. And then later in the 90s,
Mephisto's
the last year I was collecting when I stopped.
Mephisto's another terrific villain, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Did he originate in the Fantastic Four?
Silver Surfer.
That's right. But who came from the Fantastic Four?
Yep.
So
all ties go back to the Fantastic Four. Yep.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. 1993, they did this. Marvel did this. This is Doom 2099. They did a Hulk 2099. They did a whole bunch of them. I think they did a Ghost Rider Fantastic Four. I have the Spider-Man, I have Doom, and I have the Hulk on 2099. But this is from 1993, and this is the last of my my Doctor Doom collection, I guess you could say.
I should have pulled it. It's very cool.
Would you like me to open this and show you the difference between this kind of newspaper and comic book paper from the 70s?
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should. So while Bill's doing that, I did want to mention, I didn't pull it, but I actually have the Secret Wars Part 2 volume, where Doom becomes like the all-powerful, almost like a god. It's actually pretty bizarre, and it kills Thanos in like 2 seconds, and crazy.
You got. It's like it's a better quality newspaper, but it doesn't. Yeah, it's kind of a gloss to it.
Yeah, not the same.
Right?
Not quite the same.
Let's go back in time.
A little comparison action.
Yeah, have to. Oh, what were we talking? Oh, bonus.
Look at that.
Iron Flash.
Shellhead makes an appearance.
But you can already see. Oh yeah, got that comic book smell, kids.
Yeah.
Get your nose in there. Look at that, man. So there you have it, kids. The difference in the paper, the comic book paper. We can find something. Oh, looking for some good eye candy for you.
There you go.
Trying to show it off, Let's see what the centerfold is. I want to see if there's a splash page, a double splash. Oh, there it is, the man of the topic, Mr. Doom himself. All right, kids.
So who drew that issue? Go back to the first page. Who drew that issue?
Just Herb Trimp, right? It's Dick Ayers and John Severin.
Okay.
What?
I thought it looked
different.
Well, I thought it looked a little different. Yeah, as you were flipping through it, I'm like, that doesn't look like Herb Trippy in the inside. So
weird. Good call, Pete. Yeah. I can't see anything with these shades on. You know that, man.
It's like, take off the mask, Wild Bill, please.
No, but I found a couple more Dooms in here just to show you real quick.
There you go.
But yeah, good call, Pete. All right.
So if you were to pick one out of all the covers you have in front of you, which is your favorite Doctor Doom cover out of what you got in front of you? If you had to pick one.
Well, I guess I'm going with this one right now in my hands because I'm a big Hulk fan, And
I think I would go with this one. I think
that's awesome. I need that one. I don't have that, but I think this is iconic. But not only because he's got the guts to go against the Hulk. That just shows you the tenacity of Doctor Doom and what a high-ranking villain he was in the Marvel universe.
He didn't give a shit who he was going up against. He was afraid of nobody. Nobody.
He always wanted to take control. He always talked like everyone was subservient to him. He was their ruler. Yep. And I think that's the mystique of that character they've been able to keep for so long. And I think that contributes to the success of that character.
Yep, no, I totally agree.
Anyway, we hope you liked this episode of Doctor Doom from Comic Book Geezers. I am Wild Bill, the Unknown Comics, saying thanks for being here. And again, we thank you for all your support and look forward to another episode of coming up. We're going to be doing favorite covers of the Fantastic Four. So look forward to that one.
That's right. And I'm Pete. Thanks, everybody, for joining. We'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.